Hey guys, Jordan here today bringing you guys another YouTube video. And I'm going to be talking about Sonic vs. Shadow. And yeah, let's get straight into this. Sonic vs. Shadow. It's been something heavily debated and talked about throughout the years. And I'm here to finally try to end it with the most modern information that I have with me. So, okay. Now, let's start off with the most recent that Sonic and Shadow have fought each other. And the most recent that they fought each other was in Sonic Generations. And that was in the Sonic vs. Shadow rival boss battle. Now, you may be saying, but that's the Shadow of the past from Sonic Adventure 2. Well, since Shadow was boosting in that fight, I don't think so. I beg to differ that it was Sonic Adventure 2 Shadow. I think it was the most modern Shadow at that time. So, yeah. So, in Sonic Generations, Sonic was stronger than Shadow. But that's not the most recent information. And with the most recent information that we have, it's actually quite confusing. Because Shadow doesn't fight Infinite. He only fights Infinite once in a DLC, and that was the Weekend Infinite, and it was before the 6-month time skip thing. And if we say Shadow gets stronger, stronger every second, just like Sonic does. And if you want evidence for that, just watch my Sonic Stronger Every Second video. And basically it explains how Sonic gets stronger every second. Just to prove my point very quickly, after Sonic got tortured for 6 months, Infinite said he improved. So yeah, Sonic gets stronger every second. Okay, so if we go by the same thing that Shadow gets stronger every second, after that 6-month time skip, Shadow is stronger than the Shadow when he first fought Infinite. But for some reason, Shadow never fights Infinite once during the 6-month time skip, and the entire Resistance does absolutely nothing until Sonic gets back. So, now, that's confusing because does that mean everyone in the Resistance is so weak that they need Sonic to be able to do anything against Eggman's army? I don't think so. I think Shadow is doing other things like collecting information. Well, that's actually what he was doing. He was collecting information. And I don't think Shadow would have been able to take on the entire Eggman army. I don't think Sonic would have been able to take on the entire Eggman army without the help of Shadow and vice versa. And Sonic actually needed to team up a lot during the fights. He had to team up against Metal Sonic, and he had to team up against Infinite. And if you actually go by that, Shadow did more stuff on his own than Sonic did. So he actually fared better than Sonic did because Sonic had to constantly get help. Like when Sonic was going into Arsenal Pyramid, Sonic needed help from the custom character. He didn't go in it alone. That's the same with Metal Sonic and Infinite. Obviously, he didn't want to fight Infinite by himself because Sonic knew he was no match for Infinite. But I find that strange that he had the custom character take on Infinite instead of Shadow. And I don't care how you argue, the custom character is not strong. The only reason why he's strong is because of his Wispons, and the only reason why he did so good against Infinite was because Infinite was underestimating him. Infinite was just toying around with him. Infinite even said this during their boss battle. So, yeah, but a lot of that being said, what's the verdict? Who is stronger here? And, okay, now this is actually insanely hard for me to think of. I actually had to pause a moment because I just honestly didn't know who is actually stronger, because they're on paper and from feats alone, they seem like they're equally matched. And yes, they are like they're almost close to equals. Like the winner of the fight is just a little bit stronger than the loser. And I have to actually give the win to my boy, Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, hold your horses, because I was thinking, okay, I'm thinking Shadow, because Shadow can actually heal, Shadow can fly with his rocket boots, and without the use of Chaos Emeralds, because this is mainly a fight without the Chaos Emeralds. And Shadow just has all these things, and like he can even do Chaos Control without Chaos Emeralds. So how can't Shadow win against Sonic? But then I realized every single time they're backed up into a corner, Sonic was able to do more than Shadow was able to do. For example, in Sonic Battle, Shadow and Sonic were equals. No, even in that game, Shadow was stronger than Sonic. In Sonic Battle, Sonic was Sonic was weaker than Shadow. And when they had to go, and Sonic went up to fight Emerald, well, when Emerald was possessed and under Eggman's control / evil completely, Shadow didn't go up there. And I think that's because Shadow knew he couldn't beat Emerald. If I remember correctly, Emerald actually was stronger than Shadow. Emerald was stronger than everyone in that game. And then Sonic just was like, man, Sonic got some sort of power boost or something, and then just destroyed Emerald. Shadow knew he couldn't beat Emerald, so he didn't. So through it all, it seems like Shadow is just too weak, and Sonic's always one step ahead of Shadow. But yeah, it always comes that time of day, and I have to say,